Hey guys, it's me Rita, and today is the first video on my channel, well, on this channel because I've got another channel, it's an art channel, so go follow that. As you probably can already see, this is my first time recording myself. This is why I don't even know where to look. I think the camera is there, but I can see myself here, and it's very confusing, and I just don't understand. My brain is just, it doesn't understand anything. And if you're wondering why I'm not going to have like a channel intro first, then I just thought it was better than instead of doing a channel trailer thing, then it would be better to just make a video first, because tomorrow is the first day of October and October is like the best month ever. And the reason that October is like the best month ever is obviously because Halloween and spooky season and all the costumes and orange, just the colour orange alone. And if you don't agree with me that October is the best month, then your opinion doesn't count. Anyway, so if you haven't read like the title of the video already, the first video is going to be about my Halloween costume. It's kind of like a DIY but also bought on AliExpress. And before you ask, this video is not sponsored by AliExpress in any way. I just like that website. And you can kind of see it's not sponsored in later in the video because some of the things that came don't exactly look like the photo, so yeah. And the reason I decided to go as a witch this year, or I'm going to go as a witch, is because it's kind of a tradition now. The only one time on Halloween that I never went as a witch was when I went as a cat, but that was a witch's cat, so it still had the hat and everything. And another reason that I always go as a witch is because I think I'm like witchy enough myself, just by looking at me. And just looking at my shirt alone, then you can kind of see that I'm a pretty big fan of witches and Harry Potter and stuff like that. And I think the best way to like do this video is like make a list of things. So first like the hat, the dress, the shoes, the gloves, the, you know, everything, every part of the costume. Because half of this is made by me and half of this is like bought. So we're just going to go through all the things, starting off from the hat. So for now the hat I have is this hat, and it's kind of nice. I really like it. And surprisingly, this hat only cost me like €2, because you can have like two hats. One that looks like it's made of like brown leather, and the other one has a buckle, which is this one, and it's all black. And it is very well made, and I love it, and for €2, they're great. Now, something that I really like about this hat is something that not a lot of like Halloween costumes really have. It's that the rim of the hat, like the metal part, the wire, is actually bendable, so you could like position it however you want to, if you want to make it like all bent and stuff. And well, I'm not gonna keep this hat on for the rest of the video for obvious reasons, because it's not Halloween yet. It's like the 30th of September. I'm not gonna go around in a Halloween hat the whole time. And at first I wasn't actually gonna have this hat. I was gonna have a completely different hat, and then I was gonna have another hat, but then I settled with this one, and I'm gonna get into the history of the hats later. So anyway, now that I'm done with the hat, I'm just gonna get rid of that and move on to the next thing. So the next thing I guess I should like show you is the dress, but there's kind of a long history with this dress, again, like with the hats. It's because it kind of looks different than the photo, and I'm just gonna show you this. So here it is, and it's pretty long. It's kind of too big for me too, and it looks completely different than the photo. I'm not gonna dress up in it now, because again, it is slightly too big and I'm yet to modify it. I'm just gonna like show a photo like somewhere here of how the description looked and how like the photo of the place I bought it from looked. And also another quick thing, I am going to link all of the shops, the good ones and the bad ones, in the description of the video. So if you want to get anything from here, then you could just go get it. And this dress, it cost about €20, so it wasn't that cheap, and it doesn't look anything like the photo. It like strangely ends on a transparent piece that wasn't in the photo at all. It's just a completely different dress, and I wasn't really happy with it. And I don't know. Get fucking musical. And another thing with this costume is that it came with these gloves, which it did show, but the problem is that these gloves are absolutely tiny. I cannot get them on for the life of me. They end up looking like I put like. And these are just absolutely tiny. I cannot for the life of me put these on. And this is an adult costume, so yeah. And the last thing about this costume that I bought is this hat. Now, as you can kind of tell, I have already modified it. I've cut the little thing off to get like the buckle off. I don't know where I put it though, so that's lost forever. But I cut it off so I could like make a little belt out of it. But as you can kind of tell from the picture, which I'm going to show here again, it looks nothing like the picture. The only fun thing you can actually do with this hat that looks horrible is make it like pop out like this. And that's fun. It kind of reminds me of a tent. The whole material is like made of the same thing that a tent is made of, which probably isn't a good thing for a hat. And it looks nothing like the picture, so yeah. And the last thing that confuses me about this costume is the little choker that they put. Okay, lost. I swear to God. And here's the confusing thing. It's way too big for me, and you might just be like, now the confusing thing is that this is huge, and you might just be like, oh, because it's an adult costume, then obviously it won't fit you, but then the gloves are tiny, so it's just meant for a person with a very, very thick neck. Oh, and also I just paused the video and this just fell off, so that lasted a very long time. So, well, this is going to the trash. Also, can I get this right? So obviously me not being happy with how it looked, decided to write to AliExpress about, you know, the whole it not looking like what the picture showed and the description showed. And eventually, after waiting like, 5 days, they answered with a refund, so yeah. So now I've got all this stuff kind of for free, even though it's kind of crap. So yeah. So at least I've got all this stuff for free. And also, with the money I have got back to me, I obviously had enough money to buy the hat that I showed at the beginning of the video, which is only like €2. And I've also bought these gloves, which I'm going to show here because now with the money they have refunded me, I've bought these gloves, which haven't come in the mail yet, so I don't know how they look. I'm going to do like a part 2 of the video, so stay tuned for that. And then I'm actually going to dress up in the costume. It's probably going to be like a 3-part video, so yeah. I've also bought the hat that you have seen in the beginning of the video, which I've just threw across the room somewhere, so I don't know where it is. And I've also bought this very lovely choker, which again, I cannot say anything about it, mainly because it hasn't come in the mail yet, so yeah. Well, I'm just going to presume that it's something like this choker that I was wearing at the beginning of the video. It's probably the same brand. It looks the same, it's just like very, yeah, you saw a photo of it. Now I guess we'll just move on to the second part of the video, which is like the conclusion and how I can improve this costume now that I've got like the dress and everything. So what I've actually ended up doing is, okay, so the first improvement I ended up making is I got this hat which had this little, just dropped it. So the first improvements I decided to make was I got this hat, and before it had this little buckle thing, and it's just like plastic, it's not actually metal, but it had this little buckle thing like right here on this string, and it went around like every single hat ever. And what I did was I cut it off of this because I'm not going to use this tent hat that folds. So I just got rid of that. And then I just got this little buckle. I decided to buy some ribbon, like some ribbon that fits very well here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like add some Velcro at the end of this and wrap it around my waist with the little buckle to make the dress like fit better on me, and also to match the other hat that I have. So that's like the best improvement I can make like on the dress. I can't really change the weird like thing going on here. But what I can do is add the belt. It will match the hat better and it will just look better in general. And the second improvement I'm going to make with this is with the choker. So obviously I'm not going to be able to wear this because it's broken and I don't feel like fixing it. But as you obviously heard at the beginning of the video, I did buy another choker with the refunded money, so yeah. And I kind of forgot to mention this, but the dress that I bought, it smelled so bad that I had to keep it outside for the past like 5 days until I could actually wash it in the washing machine because it smelled horrible. Like you could not leave it in your room because it would like suffocate you. And the gloves and everything else smelled just as bad. You could not like wear it or keep it in your room at all. Also, a little bit of an update. I have managed to wear one of the gloves, and they are so tight my hand is turning blue. I cannot wear these. And another annoying thing in this, and the annoying thing about this is that not only is my hand turning purple and blue, is that in the photo they clearly show like one that like, you know, scrunches up at the top and it's like very loose and nice, and that's what I really wanted. And this just looks like a very tight sock for your hand. Anyway, now let's try to do the challenge of trying to remove these without making them break. I almost killed my computer screen. I'm also gonna like try to slightly decorate the gloves, the ones that are yet to come in the mail, to like match the rest of the outfit, like the hat and stuff. And I'm gonna show that in like part 3 of the video, which is gonna be like right before Halloween. And part 2 of the video is gonna be like in 3 weeks or something. I'm trying to like post like every week on this channel, but I don't know how well that will go because obviously school gets in the way of posting things, so yeah. And now that that's all out of the way, then this is the end of the video. I really hope you liked it. Please subscribe and like the video. I need subscribers. I really need subscribers. Please subscribe. Please. I'm sorry, I just got no better outro.